Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. There is not too much to add here to my last video. I remain bearish short term as explained in the previous video, which means I do expect further downside here. There are a few reasons for it. The first reason is that we broke down in 5 waves yesterday, and I told you that I do expect further downside here. The move up was fairly corrective, I have to say that as well. That's what we said yesterday when I made my last video yesterday, that I want to see how does the move to the upside, how is the relief rally going to be. Is the relief rally going to be an impulse? Then we can look at possibly it breaking the 1308 level, which didn't happen. Okay, so it was a corrective move up as suggested in the previous video as well. And I told you that what we could be doing here now is obviously the broader structure could be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and in this wave 2 we've got a so-called WXY pattern, and in the Y wave we've got an A, B, C. That's one option. That's actually the more bullish option, where I do expect short-term downside, but from this region here between 1185 to 1230 upside. Yeah, this is the support area where it could start to rally in a third wave. But obviously, as we have 5 waves down, it can also be, and that is the other yellow count here, it could be that we're forming an impulse down. So a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, a wave 3 down, a wave 4 up, and a wave 5 down. That would be the really bearish option. And that could send us, if we drop below 1185, it could send us way lower, maybe even to $1,000. Yeah, so be aware of that. This has become the view after we dipped yesterday below ideal support. I think it was, I can't remember, 1270 or something. When we dropped below that, it became quite evident that this is a move that is going to be a little bit longer. Did warn you yesterday, did warn everybody on Telegram and Discord, but now we need to see. The problem that we have at the moment is that it doesn't seem to be able to put in even a healthy B wave retracement or wave 2. That indicates downside pressure, and would rather confirm what I'm saying here, yeah? Because what you would normally expect after such a 5-wave move, basically an A, B, C. You can see how strong the wave B is. It's even going below the beginning of the A wave. That means it can be, what we're doing here could be an expanded flat. Did explain that in the previous video. Expanded flat would send the C wave above the wave A high at above 1270. The problem is, if the chart is so weak that increasing downside pressure is forming, then the C wave may also be very weak, and then we have a so-called running flat, which would be very, very strong evidence that downside pressure is forming. And that would mean we have a low wave B, we have a low wave C, and we could head down. And that is possible in a B wave or a wave 2. And we just need to see now, how does the price react to this support level? Do we get an impulsive reaction from this support area, ideally from one of these fib levels, 1230, 1211, or 1185? And if not, and we only get corrective bounces, then it's very likely that we're also going to drop below 1185. So it's a very, very difficult pattern to read at the moment. We have downside pressure here, and I guess I'm more inclined to see how this is going to be, you know, heading, how this is going to play out, to make further calls about which pattern we're in, because we've got 2 main structures here that could play out, which is, as explained, either a 5-wave move down or here this ABC down. ABC down in a wave 2 would be the more bullish pattern, where we could then again in this support area find support and emerge to new highs, short term at least. But yeah, the 5-wave move down would send us most likely to new lows, and that would probably happen if Bitcoin also does the same thing. Can we break out to the upside immediately? We could. The chart still enables us to do that. It's possible. However, below 1230, this will also get much less likely. And I will only believe it, a direct breakout, if we really take out the high at 1308. So it remains that we expect further downside, maybe with a little bit of a bounce here in a wave C. Yeah, nothing I would trade. And then further downside continuation, ideally in the box, or if we break below the box, then this scenario becomes live, where we talked about already on the weekend that a more substantial top could have been in place here. Yeah? That was the warning I issued, not without reason, because I made you aware that a pattern was full. You know, if we count this not as an ABC, but a so-called WXY pattern, here we had a full pattern. Yeah, I talked about that already on Friday, I think. But it did play out. It take a while to play out, obviously. And if we now make a lower low, then hopefully the warning came at the correct time. But yeah, now I think we need to see how far does Ethereum actually dip. And I will keep you updated about the latest developments here on the short-term chart. So yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.